So in the last class we have discussed about the teaching learning process. So today we are going to learn about the educational objective. So in the educational objective we have studied that Bloom taxonomy. So in the Bloom taxonomy we have also discussed about the three domains. There are three domains. First one is the cognitive. Cognitive domain is always related with the intellectual ability of the students. So in the cognitive domain we have discussed that there are 6 hierarchical level. First one is the knowledge. Cognitive users try to relate that cognitive is always related with the intellectual ability of the students. Okay, let the slides come. So this is the Bloom taxonomy of educational domain. So we have discussed, Bloom has given the taxonomy, that's why it's renamed as name as Bloom taxonomy. Okay, so there are three domains: cognitive domain, affective domain, and psychomotor domain. Then first one is the cognitive domain. So I have told that it's related to the intellectual ability, that is knowledge or thinking abilities of the students, and development of mental abilities and skill is there in the cognitive domain. So as I have told you all that there are 6 hierarchical level and increase the operational difficulties, and to achieve a higher level of skill and assume the achievement of the previous level. So it is known as the cognitive domain. So hope you all have understood the cognitive domain. See, this is knowledge. So I'll just repeat once because we have already discussed. Then the action verb you can use in the knowledge is identify. If the student have the knowledge, he'll be able to identify. Okay, so those are the action verb. Then is the comprehensive level. So what is comprehensive level? It's ability to grasp or construct the meaning of the material. Okay, comprehensive means understanding. If you have understood something, then only you'll be able to construct, you'll be able to build the material. So no, so to construct, to grasp or to construct the meaning of the material, and demonstrate understanding fact by organizing, comparing, then comparing interpretation or stating ideas. It's all about internalization of knowledge. The action verb you can use here is restate, identify, illustrate, and describe. So this is the comprehensive level, or you can also say this is the understanding level. I'm giving some time to understand. So these are some example. Given set of hemoglobin level, the learner will be able to interpret and categorize them as mild, moderate, and severe. See, if you know the hemoglobin level, if you know about the anemia, if you know about the mild, moderate, and severe anemia, you'll be able to categorize them. Suppose I'm giving you 5 hemoglobin level, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if you know about the categorization of anemia, what is mild, what is moderate, and what is severe, you'll be able to form those hemoglobin level, you'll be able to categorize it. Yes or no? Next one is application. Is that so? Application analysis, then synthesis. These things I think we have discussed in the class. I think till evaluation we have discussed in the class, right? So today we'll start with the affective domain. Okay, if you have any doubt in the previous class, we can discuss in the end of the class. So Today we'll start with the affective domain. So what is affective domains? It includes emotion, behavior, attitude or feel. Okay, emotional aspect of educational objective. So affective always related with the emotion, behavior, attitude of the students. So its affect behavior has a corresponding cognitive behavior. Its affective behavior has a corresponding cognitive behavior. That's why it's known as the affective domain. So the first point is receiving. So what is receiving? It is the lowest level of learning outcome of the student willingness to attend a particular phenomena or stimuli. Okay, so to receive whatever you are teaching in the class, the student should receive it. Yes or no? The student should receive it. To receive, he or she should have the awareness, and secondly willingness, and thirdly attention. So attention, either you can control or the student may have their own attention. So first the student have to be aware. He have to be aware about the current situation where he or she is. She is in a class, he is going to learn something. Okay, then willingness, he should be able to learn it. Okay, willingness, forcefully you cannot make someone learn. Okay, he should have the willingness. Next one is the attention, he or she should have attention. Okay, understood? Just go through once.